as long as we require someone else to make us happy, we are slaves. The great secret of true success, of true happiness, is this: the man or woman who asks for no return, the perfectly unselfish person, is the most successful. The greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Have faith in yourself. As soon as we react to anger, we become slaves. A man blames me, and I immediately react in the form of anger. A little vibration which he created made me a slave. Cut the bondage of all worldly affections. Go beyond laziness and all care as to what becomes of you. The human soul is eternal and immortal, perfect and infinite, and death means only a change of center from one body to another. He who asserts he is free shall be free. He who says he is bound, bound he shall remain. In a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in a wrong path. All objective pleasure in the long run must bring pain because of the fact of change or death. The yogis claim a good deal. They claim that by concentration of the mind, every truth in the universe becomes evident to the mind, both external and internal truth. Every wave of passion restrained is a balance in your favor. It is therefore good policy not to return anger for anger, as with all true morality. Only to selfishness comes fear. He who has nothing to desire for himself, whom does he fear? And what can frighten him? What fear has death for him? What fear has evil for him? Where is the beginning of this emotionalism that has got hold of you? It is in the senses. It is the touch of the senses that brings all this quality of existence. Heat and cold, pleasure and pain, they come and go. You and I and everything in the universe are that absolute, not parts, but the whole. You are the whole of that absolute, and so are all the others, because the idea of part cannot come into it. These divisions, these limitations, are only apparent, not in the thing itself. I am complete and perfect, and I was never bound. The power of concentration is the only key to the treasure house of knowledge. How are we to know that the mind has become concentrated? Because the idea of time will vanish. All these disciplines are for the purification of the heart, and as soon as it is pure, all truths flash upon it in a minute. All truth in the universe will manifest in your heart if you are sufficiently pure. Even death is but a manifestation of the real existence. Birth and death, life and decay, degeneration and regeneration are all manifestations of that oneness. From attachment comes longing, and longing breeds anger. From anger comes delusion, and from delusion, confused memory. From confused memory comes the ruin of discrimination, and from the ruin of discrimination, a man perishes. We think in time. Our thoughts are bound by time. All that exists in time and space. All is bound by the law of causation. All weakness, all bondage is an imagination. Speak one word to it, it must vanish. Do not weaken. There is no other way out. Stand up and be strong. No fear. He who gives up the little self for the world will find the whole universe his. Do you think you can teach even a child? You cannot. The child teaches himself. Your duty is to afford opportunities and to remove obstacles. Our minds are forced to become fixed upon different things by an attraction in them which we cannot resist. To control the mind, to place it just where we want, requires special training. It cannot be done another way. In the study of spiritualism, the control of the mind is absolutely necessary. We have to turn the mind back upon itself in this study. I shall work incessantly until I die, and even after death, I shall work for the good of the world. A yogi tries to take up all his sexual energy and convert it into ojas. It is only the chaste man or woman who can make the ojas rise and store it in the brain. This is why chastity has always been considered the highest virtue. Free thyself from the mighty attraction, the maddening wine of love, the charm of sex. Break the harp, forward with the ocean's cry. All selfishness comes from holding on to the self, to this illusory self. If we know the truth that there is no self, then we will be happy and make others happy.